Upgrading infrastructure has long been an issue here in Ohio and across much of the nation.
But there is one bridge in Northeast Ohio that's creating a lot of concern for folks who drive underneath it. News 5's Homa Bash took those concerns to Amherst City Hall.
These bridges have been around here for decades, and now residents are concerned that one wrong move could send these rocks crumbling down. 5 railroad bridges run through the city of Amherst, trains passing through town pretty often. But every time Todd Meisen walks underneath one of these bridges, he gets an uneasy feeling.
There's a lot of pressure on these old bridges. They need to be fixed before something happens.
At the bridge on Milan Road, a sign says built in 1912. The steel pillars are rusted and the sidewalk below is covered in fallen stones. Meisen says sludge leaks down when it rains.
It's an antique bridge. Yeah, we have an antique city, but let's do something about the deplorable, and the maintenance on these bridges is poor.
The railroad bridges are completely under the jurisdiction of the railroad companies, in this case, Norfolk Southern. Amherst mayor tells us they're inspected every year, and the issues residents are complaining about are primarily cosmetic.
Be patient. These things take time. You know, government and railroads, you know, they've got a long history.
4 years ago, Norfolk Southern completely replaced one of its 5 bridges in town, the one on North Lake Road. The city then worked with them to paint and put in a new sidewalk. Mayor Costello hopes the railroad tackles the bridges downtown next, but knows it isn't a top priority.
I think it's a challenge to make something like this look better. Again, they're very good to work with when there's an emergency or when there's public safety involved. But I would have to think just solely to make the bridge look better, it's been difficult.
Meisen, meanwhile, wants something to be done sooner rather than later.
I'm sure there's dozens and dozens of bridges like this across the United States, but it's part of the infrastructure. They can make the roads pretty, but why can't they fix the bridges in small towns like this?
Again, the mayor says that even though these bridges may look bad, they are structurally safe and sound. They hope to work with the railroad to hopefully fix these facades sometime in the near future, but he says they know it's not a top priority because it's not a safety issue. In Amherst, Homa Bash, News 5.